and good afternoon. Here is the news afternoon. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu presides over State Executive Council meeting. ECOWAS appeals to protesters to heed President Tinubu's call for dialogue. On the foreign, United States President Joe Biden meets national security team as fears of Iran attack on Israel grow. And in sports, host France to set up men's football final against Spain at Paris 2024 Olympics. And now the details. I am Mike James. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has presided over the State Executive Council meeting at the Lagos House at Alausa, with the Deputy Governor and other EXCO members in attendance. Also, work activities were in top gear at the State Secretariat, where workers trooped out in large numbers to go about their daily activities. While briefing newsmen at the Lagos House, Alausa, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Motosho, commended Lagos residents for being peaceful in the course of the protest and urged everyone to go about their daily activities without any fear or intimidation.
All is well in Lagos, shall continue to be well. All the services we are rendering in the civil service, we will continue to render without any problem. All Lagosians to continue to open their businesses, go about their businesses without any form of fear or of any harassment or of any intimidation by everybody. Lagosians have chosen to be peaceful, they are choosing to shun anarchy, they are choosing to embrace good governance.
Amotosho noted that through the free telephone numbers rolled out by the state government for further engagement, over 1,000 phone calls have been received in the last 24 hours. A development, he noted, shows Lagosians are ready to embrace dialogue with the government. The lines are 0802 522 4347, 0811 965 5788, and 0707 717-8295. The Commissioner for Information and Strategy reiterated the commitment of the Sanwo-Olu administration to improving the overall well-being of residents in line with his Themes Plus developmental agenda. The Commissioner for Fiscal Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, has visited the catchment areas of the Badagry sub-region ahead of the final stakeholders meeting on the review of the plan coming up on Thursday at Buba Marwa Auditorium, Lagos State University, Ojo. Olumide, who was accompanied by the Permanent Secretary, Office of Fiscal Planning, Oluwole Shotire, and some management staff of the ministry, said that the main purpose of the visit was to have first-hand information about the action areas and other proposals in the reviewed Badagry sub-region master plan, and also encourage stakeholders in the region to participate actively in the upcoming stakeholders meeting. He said that stakeholders' engagement is an integral part of the plan preparation process in Lagos State, as well as an avenue to promote inclusiveness and ownership. The Lagos State Building Control Agency, LASPCA, has stated that it will start sealing construction sites in the state that are not supervised by relevant professionals in the built environment. LASPCA General Manager Agbala Oki made this known when setting up an ad hoc task force to enforce the directive. Oki said the state has observed with dismay the non-involvement of relevant professionals in the built environment in building constructions in the state, and has directed that property owners and developers all over the state must ensure that all relevant professionals in the built environment, such as structural, civil, mechanical, electrical, engineers, builders and architects, are fully engaged in their building projects. He added that LASPCA will be visiting building sites that flout the directive to engage building professionals who specialize in the design, construction, maintenance and management in their building projects, warning that such sites will be sealed and possibly removed. Oki added that the directive became necessary to safeguard the building construction industry and to ensure that buildings are being constructed in the state and are done only by professionals who can vouch for their safety and fitness for habitation. And in the rest of the stories, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS Commission, has expressed concern over the ongoing protest in Nigeria, lamenting reports of violence, fatalities and property destruction. The Commission extended condolences to the families of those who have died and expressed sympathy with the Nigerian government and its people over the losses incurred. In a statement, ECOWAS emphasized the right of citizens to peaceful protest as enshrined in the 2001 ECOWAS Supplementary Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance in Nigeria's 1999 Constitution. The Commission also welcomed the recent State of the Nation address by President Bola Tinubu. ECOWAS urged protesters and all stakeholders to heed the President's call for inclusive dialogue to address grievances and ensure peace and security in Nigeria and the wider ECOWAS region. Chairman Senate Committee on Police Affairs Hamid Malam Madori has called on the Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetoku officers and men to continue to be civil in the face of violent protest. The senator also commended men of the Nigeria Police for the professional handling of the ongoing #EndBadGovernance protest across the country. Malam Madori, in a statement in Abuja, praised the IGP and his men for their restraint, civility and professionalism in responding to the protest, which he said is consistent with the best practices of modern policing. He called on all officers and men of the police to ensure that they do everything within their power to maintain law and order, even as they respect the rights of protesters. Malam Madori assured that the Senate Committee on Police Affairs is fully committed to supporting the police in their efforts to maintain law and order and protect the lives and property of Nigerians. He also called on citizens to continue to exercise restraint and engage in peaceful protest, urging them to work with the police to ensure that the ongoing protests do not degenerate into violence and chaos. And in some foreign news, United States President Joe Biden has met his senior national security team as concerns of a possible Iranian retaliatory attack on Israel grows. Biden says he had been briefed on preparations to support Israel should it be attacked, while Secretary of State Antony Blinken said officials were working around the clock to prevent an escalation. Tensions have risen over the last week following the assassination of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh, for which Iran has blamed Israel and vowed severe retaliation. A joint statement from the G7 also expressed deep concern at the heightened level of tension in the Middle East, which threatens to ignite a broader conflict in the region. Talks that had brought renewed hope of a ceasefire deal to end the conflict in Gaza have faltered following the events of recent weeks. Israel has not commented on the assassination, but Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said afterwards that Israel had delivered crushing blows to Iran's proxy groups in recent days. And over to sports news. Host France came from behind to beat Egypt 3-1 with Jean-Philippe Mateta scoring twice after extra time to set up an Olympics men's football final showdown with Spain, who edged Morocco 2-1. Thierry Henry's France looked to be heading for defeat in the semi-final in Lyon after Mahmoud Sabah put Egypt ahead against a run of play just after the hour mark. But Crystal Palace striker Mateta late on to force extra time, in which he headed France in front after Egypt's Omar Fayed was sent off. Michael Olise then sealed the win, and France, looking for their second Olympic men's football gold medal and first since 1984, will now face Spain in Paris on Friday. That was our news at 12, but just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration initiated 500 hectares rice farm technology intervention project? Well, you can get more details. It's on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has presided over the Senate Executive Council meeting at the Lagos House, Alausa, with the Deputy Governor and other EXCO members in attendance. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS Commission, has expressed concern over the ongoing protests in Nigeria, lamenting reports of violence, fatalities, and property destruction. And we also told you that United States President Joe Biden has met a senior national security team as concerns of a possible Iranian retaliatory attack on Israel grows. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafalashiri. Thank you so much for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.